Now, merging with a special purpose acquisition company, or SPAC, sometimes called a blank check company, has been one of the most popular financial trends of the year. It's a cheap and convenient way for an established business to list on the stock market. Well, the latest to do so is the online sporting goods retailer Signa Sports United, which recently bought Wiggle, the UK-based online cycling retailer. Today, it begins trading on the New York Stock Exchange. Well, the chief executive of SSU, Stephan Zoll, joins me now from Berlin. Stephan, very good morning to you. Why have you chosen to come to the market now?
Good morning, Ian. Thank you for having me. Look, this is an exciting time for us, right? We've been working on this for quite some time, and we believe with all the different tailwinds that we have in our business and all the opportunities ahead of us, which I'm sure talk about in a second, that's a great moment for us in time to basically go live and enter the New York Stock Exchange.
Now, 67% of your sales come from Europe, a further 19% from the UK. You're based in Berlin. Why listing in New York?
So there's various reasons for that. When we did the acquisition with UKaipa and going through the SPAC route, that gave us the opportunity to do at the same time the acquisition of Wiggle CSC. So concurrently, we could market and go live to the New York Stock Exchange. That's only possible there with that SPAC. And the second reason is that we have a lot of growth opportunities, not just in Europe, but also in the US. We have bought two tennis online companies this year in the US, the number 2 and the number 3 in the US from a tennis e-commerce online perspective. And now we are also approaching the US from a bike perspective. So this gives us a great access to capital in the US and good visibility. And that's the two reasons why we went there.
Now, cycling currently accounts for 63% of your sales. Do you see that becoming less over time? You're going to become more diversified?
Well, we believe cycling is a great area to be in. I mean, there's huge mega trends out there that really make this a very, very strong business also in the next years to come. Just think about health and lifestyle, right? People want to live a longer, healthier life, and cycling or activity, and cycling is one of those, is a great one for that. Think about all the technology that gets into cycling, from e-bikes to sensors and trackers and cameras everywhere. That makes people more active. And then the last one, which is super huge, is e-mobility disruption, right? We're seeing more and more people switching from cars or complementing their car mobility behavior with bikes and e-bikes. And that's just getting started. Right now in Europe, every third bike roughly is being sold as an e-bike. In the US, it's still only 5%. So we believe that trend has started a couple of years ago now in Europe and will continue to drive a lot of opportunity for us in the future.
And when people are buying e-bikes, are these people who are already into cycling and they're just switching from a conventional bicycle, or are these people new to the category?
It's actually both, Ian. So we see experts, right, or more enthusiast bikers that more and more also leverage or complement their portfolio of biking activities, if you wish, with e-bikes, right? You see that in road biking, you see that in mountain biking more and more. But it's also the person that has never used a bike before because it maybe wasn't convenient enough, or the distance that they wanted to bridge was too long just for a regular bike ride. So e-bike is really helping there. And with a lot of infrastructure investments that you're aware of, right, in London, in the big cities, Paris, Berlin, around Europe, we see cycling in the cities also becoming more and more safe. Hence, for commuters, this is a great way now, and in the future even more so, to take the e-bike or take the bike or the e-bike. And that's what we see happening with consumers.
Now, your other three main sales areas are tennis, outdoor and team sports. Which of those has the best growth prospects?
We actually grow pretty similarly across our categories, right? Tennis is a great market, and there's also more growth coming. Just a stat from the US, the USTA announced that since pre-COVID times, there's 4 million more tennis players in the US alone, for example, right? We see outdoors also being a very nice growth area, especially now with the COVID times, right? People looked out for going more outdoors and getting their balance and fresh air, right? And that's also tied to the long-term trend, health and lifestyle. People really want to spend more time outdoors. And similar in team sports, right? People engage in team sports more and more. So we actually see a very similar growth pattern across our 4 categories.
Now, Stephan, you're specifically not in golf or running. Why is that?
Well, so far, we focus on the 4 categories that we're strong at, right? In bike, for example, now with the Wiggle CSC acquisition, we are 4 times larger than the second global bike retailer. So we want to consolidate our positions here in our 4 markets and categories. However, we looked into other categories as well. And as we are a specialist company, we specialize on bike, we specialize on tennis in our more than 100 web shops. We really look for categories, and golf could be one of those, where you have a strong hardware, and a product that's kind of the anchor product in that sports that you can customize, and you can really play a specialist propositions for consumers around. And hence, stay tuned. Maybe golf is something in the next couple of years that we might enter, but not for now.
All right, well, I hope you come back and talk to us if and when it happens. Stephan, good to talk to you this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian.